Okay, so today we're going to be cutting out our collagraph and gluing it into our border. We're also going to be working on our form section on our poster. All of your instructions are right here, so if you have any questions, please refer to this handout. Start with 1, go all the way down through 10, and make sure you've done everything. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is glue the rubric on the back of your border. So here's my border and my rubric. Just take a little bit of glue in the corners of your rubric. Not too much glue. This is plenty. And then really important, make sure you put your name on it. Okay. Now that I have that done, I'm going to take a pair of scissors, which are in the scissors drawer, and cut out my collagraph. Cut nice and straight on the line. Right. And to glue down the collagraph, we are going to be using white Elmer's glue, this glue right here, okay? And that's the best thing to hold on this thicker type of paper that we've used. So just a little bit of glue in each corner. The only problem with the white glue is that it soaks through the paper and it re-wets the black ink. So in a minute, this ink will be wet again. Now you'll notice that my collagraph is a little too small for my space. So I'm just going to center it as best as I can, so I'll have a little white border around the edge. So I'm going to hold this down for a second. Okay, and now it's done. If your border is not finished, you should finish that first, okay? If it is done, this needs to go on the drying rack because, like I said, this ink is going to be wet in a minute. And if we put it in our folders, all of our collagraphs will get stuck together. So make sure collagraph's glued on, rubric is glued on the back with your name, and then put it on the drying rack. All right. So now I'm moving on to number 7, which is glue the form section on your poster. Please use a glue stick. Okay, so the glue sticks are located in the glue stick drawer in the back of the room, and all we're going to do is take the back of the form section, swipe some glue on the back, and then center it as best you can on your poster. Now you'll notice that the paper is not quite as long as the poster, and that's okay. All right. From here, you can start to color your form section in. You can really use any sort of color scheme you want. What I usually do is I do a little darker on the edges, the parts going back into the distance, the 3-dimensional parts, because they would be, in real life, they would be shaded. And then on the front, I do a lighter color. So in this case, I'm doing lighter green. And I am going to do a little bit of like dark on the edges and then lighter towards the center. Okay. So you could use 2 of the same colors, 1 dark, 1 light. Or you could just use a darker color on the inside. All right. And then a lighter color on the front. You can add patterns if you wanted to add patterns. You could do that. You could add, stripes or circles or whatever you wanted. Okay. So once your form section is colored in the way you want it to look, then you can finish any other section on your poster. So I still have to work on my shape section, so make sure you finish that. And then the last thing is, if you want to make a bookmark with your stamp, you can. So the bookmarks are going to be on the front table. And if everything is done and you have time, you may free draw. Okay? Good luck.